Monaco is a city that has defied fate. Stone walls, as if from another era, reflect the sun, and a mystery that even kings could not unravel. On this narrow strip of land, where the sound of the sea merges with the roar of Formula One engines, stands a state that has outlasted empires, dynasties, and wars. Watch until the end, and you'll find out why this particular country became the most resilient small state on the map of Europe, having survived a significant series of wars, kings, and crises. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because ahead are stories that will reveal some secrets to you. Thank you for your support. Monaco is the smallest country after the Vatican. Monaco covers an area of just 2 square kilometers, but more than 38,000 people live within those 2 kilometers. This makes the principality the most densely populated place on earth. There is no income tax here. Monaco is one of the few places in the world where citizens do not pay income tax. Thanks to this, the principality has become a haven for billionaires. The native Monegasque nation is a minority. Less than a quarter of the residents have local citizenship. The rest are foreigners, mainly French, Italians, and British. The capital is not a city, but the principality itself. Monaco does not have an official capital. The entire territory is considered a single city-state. The state has been ruled by a single family for more than 7 centuries. The Grimaldi dynasty has ruled since the 13th century, starting with François Grimaldi, who captured the fortress disguised as a monk. Local residents are not allowed to gamble in the casino. The law forbids citizens of Monaco from entering the famous Monte Carlo casino. It was built exclusively for foreigners to attract tourists and not bankrupt the locals. The casino saved the country from bankruptcy. In the 19th century, Monaco was on the verge of disappearing. After losing most of its lands, Prince Charles III opened the casino, and it became an economic miracle. You can walk around the borders of Monaco in an hour. There is no airport here. Planes don't land on the territory of Monaco because there is no space. People get here by helicopter from Nice in just 7 minutes. Monaco is the safest place in Europe. There is 1 police officer for every resident. The crime rate is practically zero. There are more millionaires here than ordinary people. According to statistics, 60% of residents are millionaires. Prince Rainier III married the movie star Grace Kelly. This marriage became the event of the century and brought Monaco Hollywood fame. Grace Kelly died in a car accident in 1982. The princess crashed on a mountain road while returning home, and her death is still surrounded by mystery. There is almost no unemployment in Monaco. Its rate is less than 2%, one of the lowest in the world. Residents of Monaco live on average up to 90 years. It is one of the longest living societies on the planet. Monaco is expanding by reclaiming land from the sea. New districts, including the elite Fontvieille area, have been built right on reclaimed land. The most expensive real estate on earth. A single square meter of housing can cost more than $100,000. The Formula One Grand Prix is held here right on the city streets. The competition has been held since 1929 and is considered one of the most challenging in the world. Monaco has no army. Security is provided by France and the prince's personal guard. More than 100 people, every citizen is under the protection of the princely family. The Grimaldi family personally guarantees the safety and independence of every Monegasque. Monaco is a member of the UN without an army and without debt. This is a rare case where a country with such a tiny territory has diplomatic relations with all the world's powers. There is not a single poor neighborhood here. Every street is well kept, every building is guarded. There are no slums or abandoned buildings in Monaco. Monaco was the first in Europe to ban plastic bags. Environmental reforms began here long before it became fashionable. Prince Albert II of Monaco personally dives on oceanic expeditions. He is a descendant of Prince Albert III, the scientist who was Europe's first oceanographer. The National Guard is one of the smallest in the world. Its numbers are fewer than 200 people. Monaco survived both world wars without destruction. The principality remained neutral and became a refuge for thousands of refugees. There is no national debt here. Monaco is a completely financially independent state. The country has no property taxes of its own. Even when buying property for millions, owners do not pay annual fees. Monaco has its own flag and anthem. The flag is almost identical to Indonesia's, but its symbolism is older. Water and electricity are fully imported from France. Monaco has no natural resources of its own. There are almost no children here. Children under 15 make up less than 12% of Monaco's population. It is one of the most adult societies on the planet. However, the level of education is among the highest in Europe. The literacy rate is 100%. Monaco is the only country with a full university on just 2 square kilometers. The University of Monaco teaches economics, finance, and international relations, preparing Europe's elite. There is no airport here, but there is a dedicated heliport. Helicopters fly between Nice and Monaco every 15 minutes. The country has no agriculture. Every food product is imported, even bread and vegetables. However, it has its own blood bank and a mini army of medical professionals. Monaco maintains a level of healthcare on par with the best Swiss clinics. The mortality rate is one of the lowest in the world. Fewer people die per thousand here than in any other European country. The average salary is about 7,000 euros per month. That's almost 3 times higher than in France. The oldest hotel, the Hôtel de Paris, opened in 1864. Churchill, Gandhi, and Grace Kelly have all stayed there. There are no advertisements or billboards on the streets. The law prohibits visual advertising to preserve architectural harmony. Monaco is a country without homeless people. There is not a single registered homeless person. The state exports luxury. The main exports are services, finance, tourism, and jewelry. Every third resident is a yacht owner. The Port Hercules, filled with hundreds of vessels worth tens of millions of euros. One of the world's most prestigious auto shows, Top Markets, is held here. They showcase hypercars that can only be purchased by invitation. Military ceremonies last no more than 10 minutes simply because there are so few soldiers. Monaco is a country without taxes, but with enormous income. The budget is consistently in surplus, and revenue from tourism and gambling covers all state expenses. The national holiday coincides with the day of the patron saint. It is celebrated on November 18th and is accompanied by a parade in the Old Town. Monaco has one of the oldest constitutions in Europe. It was adopted in 1901 and has hardly changed since. The prince has a personal yacht and a private laboratory for ocean research. His fleet is used for environmental expeditions. Monaco is one of the world's centers for stamp collecting. In Monaco, collectible stamps are issued in small quantities and are worth a fortune. There are more police cameras here than streetlights. Surveillance is carried out around the clock, making the country practically ideal in terms of safety. All cars must be registered specifically in Monaco. The country does not have its own army, but it does have a military band. It performs at the principality's parades and festivals. Monaco has its own railway station inside a mountain. The entire railway is hidden underground so as not to spoil the landscape. Every resident is a potential millionaire in terms of property ownership. Even ordinary apartments cost millions of euros. Monaco is not a member of the European Union, but it uses the euro. It is one of the few countries with the right to mint its own coins featuring the prince's portrait. Unique ballet and opera seasons are held here. The local opera is considered one of the best in Europe. The national anthem of Monaco exists in 2 languages, French and Monegasque. The Monegasque language is preserved as a cultural heritage. There is no value-added tax here. Goods are sold at fixed prices with no hidden taxes. Monaco has its own army of rescue firefighters. They report directly to the prince and are considered among the best in Europe. Local residents do not serve in the army, but they are required to know the anthem and the history of the principality. Each district has its own patron saint. Even modern residents honor traditions. The shortest street in the country is Rue Bas, only 18 meters long. The average price of a cup of coffee is 6 euros. Almost all residential buildings are over 20 stories high. There are no office skyscrapers here. There are no prisons in Monaco. Prisoners are sent to France. They have their own police force with a maritime fleet. Police officers patrol the coastline in boats. Monaco was the first in the world to install underwater water pollution sensor. Every citizen receives free healthcare and higher education. The level of corruption is almost zero. Monaco is a member of Interpol and the Council of Europe, but not of the European Union. The city-state is actively building underground parking lots to remove cars from the streets. There are no supermarkets in Monaco that are open at night. Peace and order. Law. The most popular sport after auto racing is sailing. There are more yachts in the country than houses. The prince has an official page on Instagram and YouTube. Monaco is the only country where an opera is held annually on the open sea. The principality gained independence from France back in 1860. The national police formally report to the prince but cooperate with France. There are no military bases or foreign garrisons here. The coat of arms depicts a monk with a sword, a reminder of the Grimaldi ancestor who took the castle by cunning. In Monaco, the construction of skyscrapers above a certain limit is prohibited so as not to block the view of the sea. The country has 3 districts, Monte Carlo, La Condamine, and Monaco-Ville. Monaco has its own television channel and radio station. Every year, an international circus festival is held here, one of the largest in the world. Monaco is the birthplace of one of the most expensive vintage Grand Prix races. Some of Europe's largest charity auctions are held here. Monaco is the only country where power and luxury coexist with the sea and tranquility. And this is precisely the secret of its immortality. There is no oil here, no army, no vast resources. Only wise governance, faith in family, and tradition. That's why Monaco has not just survived through the centuries. It has learned to outsmart history, turning every centimeter of land into gold. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell, as well as share this video. In the comments, let us know which fact surprised you the most. See you in the next video.